What is up, guys? My name is Pocketcraft and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the best Dialga and Lickilicky decks in the game. I've always thought Lickilicky was a hilarious Pokemon, so I've had a ton of fun playing with this deck. The way it works is you have Dialga to set up, and you try and pull him first. Use Metallic Turbo, which allows you to put 2 Steel Energy from your Energy Zone onto one of your bench Pokemon each turn. You use this to power up Lickilicky, who takes 4 energy to attack, but then once he does, he will flip a coin until he gets tails, allowing you to do extra damage for each heads, and he looks hilarious. Obviously, you'll need Lickitung in here for the evolutions, and then you can throw in kind of any item or supporter cards you want to. This is what I'm going to be running, but feel free to change around how you'd like. Now, talking about decks is great, but it's way more fun to see them in action. So here's some gameplay from my past live stream, showcasing how this deck works, and if you enjoy the video, please hit that subscribe button. We're really pushing to 10k subscribers, and we'd love to have you as part of the team. Pokemon of all time, he's definitely one of my favorites because he is so weird looking, and I think the premise is kind of hilarious. So I've never really used one in anything, and so I'm excited to use it here, and I'm hopeful we can do well with it. He has the potential to do a lot of damage here, where he'll do 100 base damage, and then if you get some heads, he has the potential to do massive damage. And so I think it'd be a lot of fun. We're going to try him out. The only problem is it costs 4 energy to use his attack, but our strategy here with Dialga, we're going to try and hit that Metallic Turbo, and that'll allow us to ramp up energy on Lickilicky pretty quickly, and we should be able to get some good damage off. Now, we are going against a Darkrai deck, which is one of the more annoying ones to battle. But I think that is going to be okay. We're going to decide here, do we want to ramp up health on Lickilicky or Dialga? The most damage he can do is 80 here. With adding an energy, he can do 100. And so in that case, you can kind of take us out either way. I think we're just going to do a Rocky Helmet here to try and get some longevity. And then we'll just end our turn for now. I guess we might as well add the Giant Cape to Lickitung, just so we can have some extra health here. Now we'll end our turn for now, and next turn we can start ramping up energy. The ideal with this deck is to go second, so I'm glad we were able to hit that. That allows us to put energy on more quickly than our opponent. Like most decks, you usually want to go second, except for if you're using like Executor EX or something where it evolves quickly. Yeah, Mega EX and Dialga is good. It has Steel Energy since Yamega uses any energy type. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't tried that yet. That's a good idea, Ethan. I'll have to try partnering Dialga with Yanmega. I still need one Yanmega. I think I only have one so far. That's one of the cards that I'm still missing. Now, it looks like our opponent has dipped, so hopefully he comes back here, because I do think we have like a perfect start here. I don't really want to concede because I think we got a good shot of winning. We'll let this time limit come down. They may have lost connection there, or seems like they did something because that went away. So we'll see what happens here. This is the one thing that I wish they were more strict about in Pokemon Pocket is the time limit rules. I hate it when you're going at someone who has a bad connection and then you just have to sit here for a while. But that's alright, we're hanging out. Well, thank you guys all for being here. If you are new, comment down below something fun. What did you do today? What did you do this week? Anything exciting going on in your life? We'll give it 10 seconds here. If it doesn't, give it back to our turn. Okay, they didn't return. Do we win then? Well, we got a free dub there. It looks like Pokemon Pocket is being more strict about that, so that's good. That would be one that would last us, a challenge that would last us for a while, but that would be a lot of fun. Something we could definitely consider doing. And so let me know if you guys are interested more in traditional Nuzlocks or more kind of spicy ones like randomized Nuzlocke challenges or ROM hacks or things like that. So we're starting off against Shaman here, and it looks like it is water energy. So I'm not really sure what kind of deck this is going to be that we're coming up against. It'll definitely be an interesting one. Shaman can't really do much damage. Oh, and he shuffles our hand, which is kind of annoying, but it's not a huge deal. We did have Lickitung, and now we don't have that, so that's a little bit of a bummer. But not... Oh, well, we had Lickilicky, not Lickitung yet. So hopefully Pokeball here can pull Lickitung. We are running Pokemon Communication, so we can switch it out if need be. Dawn here allows for some interesting things. We can move some energy around. I need to try Dawn out with the Charizard EX deck. That is a pretty powerful combination. I haven't done it yet, but maybe we'll do that on one of our future live streams here and bring out a new one. So it looks like all our opponents are going pretty slow today. I assume they're still here. They were just playing a bunch, but they've They've mysteriously stopped. So I don't know, we've gone against two kind of foreign language opponents here, and I don't know if the connection or something's going on, or if they're just dipping on us, but our Dialga's scaring them away, I guess. They know the Lickilicky is coming. Alright, well, it's our turn. We'll take our turn, and then we'll see if we get another free win here. Hopefully not. Hopefully we get to actually battle. Because we did start this time. We did go second again, and we have Lickitung again. So it is a good setup, and let's hope we actually get a battle. Okay, 2 Lickitungs. I'm actually going to put this one out, just because he requires a lower energy cost in case something happens to Dialga here. And I'm not going to put the other Lickitung out. I've noticed here with Cyrus and some of the new decks that have been coming out, it is sometimes better to not put Pokemon on the bench. I have a bad habit of anytime I draw a Pokemon, I just put them on my bench. But I've noticed with the new like Dialga Greninja combos, or just any Greninja Cyrus combo, or any of those other bench hitters, you really want to have as few Pokemon on the bench as possible, because what happens is they'll just put some damage on a low-level Pokemon on the bench before you evolve them, and then they're able to just destroy you by using Cyrus and then bring it in and get some easy wins. And so don't put a Pokemon on the bench unless you absolutely need to. Looks like they're going to be going with a Starmie and Shaman deck, which is going to be interesting. I haven't come up against that. Gen 7 Nuzlocks are basically impossible. We should do normal Nuzlocks for hard gens and randomized Nuzlocke for easy. Okay, that's a fun idea. So if it's one of the easier games to Nuzlocke, right, we could go for a randomized Nuzlocke. If it's a harder one like Generation 7, then we could do it that way. Well, that is a fun idea, Ethan. I'll have to look into that. I'll probably do a full channel poll and let you guys all vote. But that is something that I think would be really fun that we can all do together. All right, let's see. He's probably going to evolve here, and he does evolve into Starmie. And so we're going to see, but he can't attack yet. And here comes the question. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Well, we have Lickilicky here. Now, in retrospect, what I wish I would have done is I could have used Dawn, and we could have attacked with Dialga for 100 here. But I think what we're going to do is he can only do 90 damage, and we have pretty good health. So what we're going to go for is we're going to use Metallic Turbo here. We're going to get Lickilicky fully stocked up. And then what we'll do is next turn we can use Leaf, and we'll get that free retreat into Lickilicky, who's going to be completely powered up, and he could take down Starmie pretty easily. Now we could also just put a 4th energy here on Dialga and use Heavy Impact. And I still might do that, and just let him take us out with a different Pokemon. That might be the smarter choice. So we'll do either one, but this is pretty much the strategy here, right? You're able to use Dialga to completely power up Lickilicky. While you're doing that, you can use your normal energies to power up Dialga. And then you have both these guys here who have a ton of health, can output a ton of damage, and then you can use Leaf to switch in between either one, or Dawn to change around energy if you need to. Okay, so I do think we're going to want to switch into Lickilicky because he just healed himself all the way back up. But we're able to get him down to 110 here, so if we hit 1 heads with Lickilicky, we should be safe. I'd rather have Rocky Helmet here, but I don't. We'll put the cape on Lickilicky for extra health. Actually, we won't, because it doesn't really do anything for us. So we'll retreat here, right out, and then we're going to power up Dialga so he's ready if we get switched. And let's go for Licking Fury, and hope we get a heads, and we get tails. That's a bummer. Okay. So we can live at least 1 hit from Starmie, so we should be okay. He doesn't have anything else powered up here, so unless he gets another Starmie online, we're still in a pretty good position. He will do a lot of damage to Lickilicky here, which is unfortunate, but we have Dialga in the back who's ready to output 100 damage. So let's see what he goes for. I'm sure his plan is to try and get another Starmie out, but he may not have one out yet. And judging by the fact that he put more energy there, he doesn't. Which is an interesting move. I probably would have put an energy on Shaman here. My guess is that he doesn't actually have... Ooh, and we just got Cyrus, which actually is perfect. I don't know why. Yeah, he conceded. We had the win there. I don't think he had any grass energy, and if he would have hit Cyrus, even he did do Cyrus, but if he would have hit Dialga, it would have knocked him out, and then Lickilicky would have had full health. If I were him, I would have just gotten damage on Lickilicky and had us both close to death. But there we go. That's 2 wins in a row. Now, one of them was kind of a fake win. But we'll go here again, see if we can go 3 for 3, and then we've got another awesome normal Dialga deck we're going to be showing here. I think it's really fun because I like a lot of the normal Pokemon. Wigglytuff, Lickilicky, they're super fun, but they just kind of take a while to set up. And Dialga is that awesome Pokemon that really allows you to set them up and ramp up energy so quickly. And we get a perfect start here again. We've got Dialga, Lickitung. Now the cool thing about Dialga too is you can also just use Dialga to set up a second Dialga, right? We can Metallic Charge for Lickilicky or Dialga. I'm going to go for Lickilicky just for the sake of this video, and I made the mistake again that I talked to you guys about at the beginning of the video of throwing out my Pokemon too quickly on the bench. I probably should have waited there and kept one of these in my hand for a little bit. Looks like we're probably going to go against either a Blastoise or Palkia deck is what's most common with Manaphy that I see. 2-head. One hits almost every card. It's true, yeah. So if you're able to get Lickilicky with 1 to 2 heads, or 2 heads for sure, you'll knock out, I think, every card in the game except for Venusaur, unless there's another one that I'm aware of. So this is a Mamoswine deck that we're coming against, which is actually pretty fun. I haven't come across one yet, but I think Mamoswine is a really fun card. Mamoswine is actually one of my favorite Pokemon in general, and so I want to build one of these decks pretty soon as well. So we'll be doing that in one of our future streams probably, but we're coming against one here. And now that is pretty similar to us. It'll just take a while to set up. And so we're going to have a little bit of a stalemate here while we set each other up. Now I'm trying to remember, yeah, his abilities just prevents him from fire or water Pokemon, of which we are neither. And so that does keep us pretty safe here. He doesn't have another Pokemon either, so Manaphy's not as effective as he could be. This Pokeball is not going to do anything, but we might as well use it just to get it out of the way in case we get red carded or something. So we're going to go for Metallic Turbo here. We'll put it on Lickitung. Even though we don't actually have Lickilicky yet, we're just going to hope we pull one. We've got this Lickitung in the back here. If we get Pokemon Communication, we should be able to get Lickilicky for sure. What's your guys' favorite decks that you've been playing with so far in the new set? I think these Dialga normal decks are actually probably one of my favorites. Obviously all the Darkrai decks I think are really popular and they're pretty cool. Magnezone decks are a lot of fun. But I just think the Dialga, Lickilicky, Dialga, anything else is really fun. And I've had a good time playing with. So next turn, Piloswine is going to be online. If he evolves into Mamoswine, he can get out some pretty good damage. Which puts us in a little bit of an interesting position. I forget how much damage Mamoswine can do. And so we may want to start setting up a different card in case we don't pull Lickilicky. But I think I'm going to risk it anyways. Let's just hope he doesn't have Mamoswine. If he has Mamoswine, we're donezo. Now the smart move here, and actually I'm going to do it. I wasn't sure, but I'm going to put 2 energy here on Dialga. The reason being, we do have Leaf, and I don't remember for sure, but I don't think that Mamoswine can do 150 damage. If he can, then that was my bad. But I don't think he can, and so this way we have 2 energy on each of these. We can send Dialga out again if we need to ramp up Lickilicky, and then we can use Leaf into him. The only deck you've been able to make is a bad Garchomp deck. My luck in the new packs is awful. Shoot. Sorry about that, Ethan. That is a bummer. I feel like, similarly, they're going pretty quickly with these new sets, and I haven't been able to get all of the cards yet. Garchomp is an awesome card, but I'm sorry you haven't been able to get a good deck with it that you like yet. So hopefully you'll be able to do that soon. Garchomp is pretty fun, though, and that is a fun deck to be running. Okay, now here comes the question, guys. We could sacrifice Dialga here to ramp up a card, but I don't think that's worth it. I think we're just going to take out this Piloswine here, and then we're going to put energy on Lickilicky later. This is one of my favorite fancy full art cards I've ever pulled. I think he looks so derpy, and this is definitely probably my top 3 favorite cards I have in the game. So I decided to actually place energy here rather than ramping up. We'll use Heavy Impact. I guess I should have still used Metallic Turbo on for Lickilicky last turn, rather than on this other Dialga because we did pull him, but I think it was a safer move in general. And we're pretty safe here. Yeah, he concedes. There's nothing he can really do there. So this deck is incredible. We are 3 for 3 right now. And now I was going to show you guys the other deck, and I still will, but we might keep going to see if we can go 5 for 5. In my mind, that's kind of the test of like a really, really good deck. Now I think winning 3 out of 5 shows a good deck in general, but if you can win 5 in a row with a deck, I think that means it's a pretty relevant deck that you can use and win a lot. So we might as well go again. If we lose, we'll switch to the other deck. If not, we're going to keep going because I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. And I would like to build a Garchomp deck, but I haven't done one yet. I think I need one more Gabite. But what are you running with your Garchomp deck, Ethan? What do you have as the backup there? Now, this is unfortunate. We're starting with Lickitung and a 3 retreat cost. This is kind of the worst start you can have with this deck. And so, this may be the time we do lose here. And it is against a fighting deck, which has the advantage for us. We do not have Dialga, which is not good. So we're in a little bit of trouble there. But we've got Pokemon Communication. We have 2 of them, so we should be able to get Dialga. We're just going to need a Leaf so that we can switch out. Because we do have the Lickitung here with a really high retreat cost. So we'll go for Pokeball first. And we get another Lickitung. I wish we would have started with this one. It has the better... Oh, and I'm a fool. Every time, guys, I warned you at the beginning. Every single time I grab a card, for some reason, I immediately throw it onto the bench, which is not what I should be doing. Alright, it's definitely a mistake. I wish I wouldn't have done that. I could have switched him out for a Lickilicky, but that's okay. So we don't have anything to retreat with yet, and so I'm not sure if we just sack this Lickitung, and we might. I think we're just going to start putting energy on Dialga. And if we have to lose Lickitung in the process, I think it might be worth it. Now, we'll see if that's a good choice or not, but I think that might be our best bet. Then we can hopefully just use this Dialga to ramp up the Lickilicky and then switch out. We'll just put some energy on him until we get a Leaf, and then we can switch out. And I mean, he just has Onix here. He won't be able to do damage for a while anyways. And Dialga's actually weak to fire. I thought he was going to be weak to fighting, and so we're pretty safe there. And yeah, there's nothing we can really do. We could move an energy, but I don't think it's worth it yet. So we're just going to wait, and if he knocks out Lickitung, I'm actually not going to be torn up about it. I think it's a risk worth taking. Oh, there goes Brock, so he's going to knock out Lickitung this turn, which is unfortunate, but it was a calculated risk. I think that's our best chance for winning this round. Now, Steelix isn't in the game yet. I hope they bring out Steelix EX as part of the new set. I think that would be a really interesting card to play with. You're able to ramp up energy with Steelix anyways, and then you could, with Onix, with Brock, and so you can ramp up energy pretty quickly, and I think Steelix is a pretty cool card. We'll use Dialga with Pokemon Communication here to get out Lickilicky, and then we'll start setting him up. The only good card you have is Rainbow Lickilicky, but other than that, you have nothing. Shoot, I'm sorry about that, Ethan. That stinks. I hope you're able to pull something good here soon. Eevee is an awesome card. I hope to be able to get a cool Eevee deck at some point. I haven't built them yet. I want them to bring out EX cards for the Eevee evolutions. I think that would be a really fun set, but they haven't done that yet. So we're going to go for Metallic Turbo here. That'll get him down to 100 HP, and we'll get 2 energy on Licky, and then we'll probably put another energy on Dialga next turn, because as long as he doesn't heal this turn, we can take him out. And so he doesn't have any Pokemon on his bench, which is interesting. You would think he had to have something else. Thank you for the sub, Nixon. Welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you as part of the team. And yeah, this is probably going to be a Golem deck, is what I assumed, but that'll take a while to set up, even if they have Brock. And so I think we're in a pretty good position here. He will do a lot of damage with Onix, unfortunately, but I think we can take it for now. So let's put Rocky Helmet on Lickitung here. I don't think he'll be able to do enough damage to take us out next turn, and so we're going to go for Heavy Impact, take out Onix, and then we'll probably just have to switch into Lickilicky and use Dawn to ramp him up enough. That's the other reason that's awesome about this deck. Even if you can't get off the 2 Metallic Turbos, which is obviously the ideal, you can just retreat because Dialga's retreat cost is only 2. And then if you have a Dawn, you can still move energy in time to get Lickilicky ramped up. And he does have Regirock in the back, which I'm actually not worried about because he takes like a year and a half to power up. But he does have a lot of health, which is interesting that he's retreating, just so he can try and level up his Pokemon in time. And that may change what we decide to do here. Let me see, because he's going to be able to do a lot of damage. I actually still think this is probably our best bet. Yeah, because Lickilicky's going to be able to take him out this turn, and we really want to get him out before he's able to set up Golem. So it's a risk, but we're going to retreat into Lickilicky. He will do an extra 20 damage to us, which is unfortunate. But we'll put an energy on him here. Then we're going to use Dawn. And if we get heads, we can take Regirock out right now. So that's the goal. If we can get him here, that would be perfect. Okay. Move the energy over. And then let's go Licking Fury. And Tails again. Shoot, so we have not been lucky with the heads on Lickilicky yet, which is unfortunate. So that is going to give him more time to set up his Golem, which is not ideal. But that's okay. We can start ramping up Dialga again in the back. And hopefully we'll be ready for whatever he has to pull out. So he does get Golem out. Golem does 120 damage, which is pretty brutal. Lickitung is going to be our only option. He is now fully ready, which is kind of terrifying. But we're just going to have to hope that we're able to get enough heads. If we just hit him with 2 heads, we've got him. But if we don't, we're screwed. So we didn't need a heads here, which is fine. So we're able to take Regirock out. Now, he can't take us out in 1 turn, but he will take us out on his 2nd turn. So unless we get heads here, there's no way we win. Because if we switch into Dialga, we'll still get taken out. And so I think that's our only option here. So let's hope we get lucky. We'll able to get 20 damage on him. But regardless, we're going to need the 2. Oh, never mind, we lose. Every time I forget about Cyrus. Cyrus is the bane of my existence. He's my least favorite card that's been added in the new set because I have a bad habit of putting Pokemon on the bench and retreating. Oh, Thunder Gaming, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the channel. We're super happy to have you here. So, let's go on. We did get 3 wins there. We got 1 L, but still 3 for 4 is a great record. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please check out this video right here where I show you the top 50 tips and tricks for Pokemon TCG Pocket.